There is not a single person in the hospital in all of Newfoundland and Labrador from the virus. Not one. It's zero. It's a very large province, as large as the country of Japan by square kilometers, and not one person is hospitalized from the bug. And in the past 10 months since this whole thing started, the grand total number of people who have died from the virus in the province is 4. Not 40 or 400, 4 people in a province with more than 500,000 souls in it. Now, every life is precious, but I mean, for comparison, not even kidding, the annual death toll from Newfoundlanders driving into a moose on the highway is about the same. There's a lot of moose there. And yet today, without consultation, without approval from the legislature, the unelected, unaccountable elections bureaucrat asked the unelected, unaccountable public health bureaucrat to simply call off voting in the Newfoundland election that is scheduled for 2 days from today. It's in 2 days. And these liberal bureaucrats just decided to suspend democracy just because. Here's the CBC state broadcaster, which couldn't be happier about it. Newfoundland and Labrador election delayed for nearly half the province due to COVID-19. Yeah, but that's not really why it was delayed, right? Because not a single person in the entire blessed province is in the hospital from COVID-19, is there? COVID is the excuse. It's not the reason. That's different. I've got to start using that as an excuse. Sure, officer, I may have been speeding, but it was due to COVID. Oh, teacher, the dog ate my homework. It was COVID. It's the new excuse, isn't it? Let me read a bit from the state broadcaster. The chief electoral officer of Newfoundland and Labrador has postponed voting on Saturday for 18 of the 40 districts as the province deals with a rapidly worsening outbreak in Metro St. John's. The election cannot go ahead in the districts, all on the Avalon Peninsula, as COVID-19 cases have caused considerable operational impacts, said Bruce Chalk in a release Thursday afternoon. Many election workers have resigned out of fear of interacting with the public on election day. We cannot hold traditional polls without the support of these people, Chalk said. Got it. So grocery store workers can work every day. Delivery truck workers can work every day. I'd say nurses could work every day, but as I pointed out, there actually are no virus patients in the entire province's hospitals anywhere. So, I suppose nurses would be ready for it, but there's no one in the hospital. But these government workers who have known about the virus for some time now are having a little pout. And, wearing a mask or even a full hazmat suit, that's not good enough for them. Oh, and you'd better believe they're going to be paid in full for playing hooky. What a disgrace. Following Fitzgerald's update last Thursday afternoon, Chalk said in-person voting would be rescheduled in 2 weeks if public health conditions improve. However, based on the continually increasing COVID cases being reported in the region, there is no guarantee that we will be able to administer in-person voting safely at that time, Chalk said. It will entirely depend on the province's COVID-19 situation. Got it. So the Premier's name in Newfoundland now, in case you're wondering, it's Chalk. I've never heard of him before either. He's not on any ballot. He's not the leader of any party. I guess he's the leader of the lockdown party. Because being on a ballot wouldn't even matter, because this Chalk guy, he will determine whether or not the election will even proceed, and how, and if, and when, and he'll let you know if you're lucky. And Trudeau's CBC state broadcaster thinks this is normal. Say, do you think this would work if it were a Conservative Party in power? Would Stephen Harper be able to get away with this? And you can be completely sure that Justin Trudeau is taking very, very careful notes, isn't he? That's an excerpt from my daily show, the Ezra Levant Show. Every day I do a monologue on the news of the day, then I interview an interesting guest, and then I read my hate mail. You gotta subscribe. Go to rebelnews.com.